Hey guys, welcome back to another tier list video. Today I wanted to do one ranking every minifigure release this year. Now that we're wrapping up the year, it's beginning of November, so we have everything that we're gonna get for this year, and I just wanted to rank all the new figures they released this year. I could be wrong, but I think there might be a couple Death Star figures that are missing from this. Like, I don't see a Yularen on here, unless I'm blind or that figure isn't new, but I am like 99% sure that figure is new. That's the one that jumped out to me as being missing. And the shock trooper here, I don't think is new, but maybe it's a slightly different thing that I don't know. But let's just get right into it. First off is this little Christmas BB-8. Like, I don't care. I don't really care about most of the advent calendar figures like that, at least the droids. Like, it's just whatever to me. I don't think it's bad. Like, I think if you really like the advent calendars, you'll like that, but to me it's just whatever. The Christmas sweater Jawa here is better than the BB-8, but not much better. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of those. Actually, it's not the Christmas figures, because you'll see where I'm putting another one on the list. But these two, just not the biggest fan of. This is the, I don't know if this is the Bounty Hunter C3PO. I think that's the Bounty Hunter C3PO that was in the Dark Falcon. I assume it's in the Advent calendar or something, but I'll put it just above the Jawa there. This Shock Trooper, I actually do like these. I think they're pretty well made. The helmet holes don't really bother me, and other than that, it's a great figure. So I'll put it in A tier. This Maul figure, I haven't seen it in person because nobody's buying that mech, but it looks good in pictures, and I'll throw it in A tier for now. Probably gonna stay there. But Babu Frick, this one I know is in the Advent calendar. It's a cool mold, but that's all I have to say about it. I am not a sequel fan, but probably like a B tier figure. This Obi-Wan from the Death Star, I'm not gonna lie, if you didn't tell me this thing was new, I would have probably just assumed it was whatever the previous Obi-Wan figure was. So I'll throw it like top of B tier there. This is one of the Imperial officers. I suck at these guys' names, but they're all pretty good. I'm just gonna throw both of them like bottom of A tier. I don't know. I like the Death Star, so I might be a little biased towards the Death Star figures, but I'm blanking on those two's names. But the clone pilot here is very nice. I'll throw it top of A for now. I'm trying to reserve S tier for like a couple figures on here, and I don't want to overflow the S tier, but right now the A tier is looking a little overflowing. The Galen Urso figure is one of the ones I'm going to throw in S tier. I do really like this figure. It's super unique. I don't see us ever getting it again outside of the Death Star unless they do like a Captain Rex microfighter type thing, which I doubt they do after the controversy with that. Or if they do a like Homestead type thing from the start of Rogue One. But either way, I doubt they'll do either of those things. So it's most likely just going to be a Death Star only figure. The Imperial Dignitary here, I do really like. I I like purple. Purple's my favorite color, so I might be a little biased towards that, but I'll throw him just above Maul there. Actually, I probably like Maul better, but Maul is one of my favorite characters, probably my favorite Sith, so there might be a little bit of bias there. Next up, this Jango Fett figure is absolutely perfect. You could not ask for a better Jango Fett figure than this. It's the arm printed one, I assume. I don't think there's another one on here. Yeah, I don't see another one on here. So I'm just gonna be under the assumption that that's the UCS one, and it's gonna go top of S tier. The non-arm printed one would probably be like right here for me, behind the Dignitary above the Shock Trooper. The next figure is this Ahsoka. It's a nice figure. I have been meaning to pick up the Interceptor set pretty much just for this figure alone. I mean, the build is nice too, and the Anakin is nice too, but mostly for the two figures. I'll throw her like here. The Gingerbread Vader is one of my favorite figures they've released this year. I don't think I can put it. I can put it above Galener, so I'm not putting it above the Jango Fett, though I think that might be number one when this list is all said and done. It's definitely between him and one other certain figure on here. It's a hint for you guys on where that's going, but The gingerbread Vader is super cool. It's super unique. It's something we will 100% never get again. So, yeah, I just really like the figure, really like the gingerbread AT-AT. I did really like that set. And thinking about buying another one because I saw someone turned it into a Venator. So, might pick up a second. The Hot Tub Trooper, I like it. I don't think it's anything super crazy though. It's not like a real Star Wars thing, so I can only put it so high. But I think A tier is right where that belongs. I think it's just super unique, super cool that we actually got it. But it's one of those things, if we had never gotten it, I think we'd all just be sitting here like, yeah, makes sense why we haven't gotten that. But it's super cool that we got it, and I think it's like a mid A tier figure. This astromech droid here, it's pretty cool that we got like a clear headed astromech droid, but it's nothing too special. It's an astromech droid. This one is another one of the clone pilots. I'll put it like right there. I like blue a little better than orange, so I'll leave that one ahead of it. But I forget their names. But um, this is the Imperial officer from the U-wing. It looks pretty cool. I'll throw it like top of B there. This is the Galactic Marine from the Turbo Tank. Now, this independent of the set, try to remove the overpriced bad Turbo Tank from the equation, and I think this figure is absolutely incredible. I'll throw it S tier for now. I think there's two others I want to throw an S tier on this list. So I think that that's like appropriate. I don't think that will feel too flooded, but we'll throw him in S tier for now. Farm Boy Luke here, I think is perfectly right next to this Obi-Wan. If you told me it was the same one as the last one, I wouldn't know the difference. It's a good figure, but that's about it. The Dedra figure, I mean the legs are bad. The top 2/3 is really nice, but the bottom third is pretty bad. So I'll throw her there. I think this figure is a lot more accurate than this one just because of the legs, or a lot higher quality, I should say. I think they're both pretty accurate, but the legs kind of ruin that one a little bit. This Ventress is pretty much perfect. I mean, you give her pupils, it's perfect. I think she is right behind, right above Maul. Maul doesn't have pupils either, so can't really use that to judge. Another clone pilot from the Arc 170. I'm just gonna throw them all up next to each other. They're all pretty much the same, just different colors on the helmets, I believe. This Death Trooper is really nice. I did like this battle pack, at least for these figures. I think that they are one of the better troopers we've gotten in recent years. I'll throw it right above the Shock Trooper. I have no idea who this is. It's from the Snow Speeder set. I'll just throw it in C tier and move on, probably above the BB-8. This is again from the Snow Speeder. It's a really nice figure, but it's not like real Star Wars, so I'll throw it there. It's nice, but I think the Hot Tub Trooper is the only thing that I can see that's not real and kind of have a high view of it because it comes from a place of nostalgia with the video games. Whereas this, it's like, yeah, it's cool, but it kind of looks like something you just pull out of a bin and throw a bunch of parts, minifigure parts together and be like, this is the custom Sith I made. That's what it reminds me of. The R5, I hope I got that right. I don't even, was this in like the Death Star or something? I can't even think of what this was in. But I mean, it's an astromech droid. It's like nothing special. The Boba Fett figure here, if it had a better hairpiece, it would be better. But I don't I don't think it's great, but I think it's a little overhated. I think people are a little overcritical of the figure. Like, I get it; it came in a crazy expensive UCS set, but you're not buying that. You're buying that for the Django, and you're buying it for the build. Like, you're not buying it for the Kid Boba in the set. So I think people are a little overcritical on it. I think it has its issues, but I don't think it's the worst thing ever, like some people like to say. The clone cadets are super nice. I think they are just below this Ahsoka. I think it's one of the better GWP figures we've gotten since they started doing the builds. Probably the best one that we've gotten since they started doing the builds. I'm looking at this and I don't even know why I have the F tier here. Like, I can't think of any figure here that's just bad. Like, the only thing, the BB-8, I'm just like, I don't care about this, but I don't think it's necessarily bad. So F tier, I don't think is getting any entries in this video. The Cassian figure here is like nothing special. It's a good looking Cassian figure. Like I think it goes right in B tier. This Plo Koon is absolutely perfect. They could not have done better with this thing. It looks so much better than the old one. I own both of them, and this one just blows it out of the water. They could not have done better with this. It looks amazing. The mold is crazy. It's probably one of the most accurate figures they've ever done, I'd be willing to say. At least like mold wise and everything. It just looks so spot on to the character. Like this and the Django are like they are perfect figures. I don't know. Maybe throw a little bit of arm printing for like wrinkles or something on Plo Koon's arms and like the robes, but like that's about it. Like without arm printing, it's a perfect figure. I don't think you even really need arm printing on it. Like I said, you'd be doing it for like wrinkles. Who cares? This is another one of the troopers from the Death Trooper Night Trooper Battle Pack. I don't really think it looks that great with the gray helmet on. I'm gonna be honest. I'll put it like top of C. I think the one with the regular white helmet looks a lot better. That's Bly. Okay, I was gonna say, is this Bly or is this the regular 327th? But that's Bly right there. I think it's a good figure. Like I said, helmet holes don't really bother me. The pauldron is really cool. So I don't think it's better than the cadet. I think the cadets are the best unnamed clone we've gotten this year. I think the 327th troopers are really nice. They just came in a way overpriced set. So yeah, that's why they're not a little higher. They could have been a little better and come in a better price set. The commando droids here, I think are nice. I will be honest, even if they're a little less accurate, I find the gunmetal gray ones more aesthetically pleasing than the brown ones. I own both, and I prefer the look of the gray ones. But I mean, it's a droid figure. I can't rank it too high, to be honest. I think it's better than Dedra because the Dedra has the white printing there that just does not look good. The Bly here, I think, is a really nice figure. I know it has like some color inaccuracies and all that, but like I don't really care that much. Like you can tell it's Bly, you can tell it looks really good. Like it's just a great figure in my opinion. The Bakara, on the other hand, I mean, this one really needed a waistcape. Like this is one of the figures where it's like, yeah, if it had a waistcape, it would be close to perfect. Like I know the mold is like a little off on the head, but it's like it's a Lego figure. Like come on, it's not gonna be 100% accurate. Lego figures always have kind of off proportions. Like the clone trooper helmets are the size of the torso. Like your head is not the size of your torso. So I'm not looking for proportions to be accurate on these figures, but I think I'm gonna move these guys down to B tier. I think A tier is getting a little overcrowded. The Lama Su, I hope that's right. One of the Kaminoans is a really nice figure. The head mold is crazy. I I still can't believe we've finally gotten some Kaminoans over the past couple years. I think it's just below the Ventress here, in my opinion. I think it's close to S tier, but I think there's going to be a sixth, and I want to leave that kind of as an exclusive tier. When I finally own this, maybe I'll think it's S tier, but I don't own it yet, so I'm waiting for it to go on a big sale before I get that set, because I'm pretty much only buying it for this. I have the UCS set, so waiting for the regular play scale one to go on a deep sale before I pick that up. This clone pilot, I lied about the cadet. This is the best unnamed clone they've released this year. I don't think it's better than Bly, but it's an amazing figure. I think it's just below him. I mean, only thing they could have added more detail. That's like the only way they could have made it better. Thrown some arm printing on there or something. And lastly, this Obi-Wan, I've been hinting at it the entire video. I think it is just below Plo Koon. It is a perfect Clone Wars Obi-Wan. I'm rewatching the Clone Wars right now. This thing looks amazing. And it's probably one of my favorite figures of the year. I think if I had to pick favorites, it would be the Django, Gingerbread Vader, and the Obi-Wan. I think Plo Koon would be like just following that. But like these are my top four. I think the Plo Koon is objectively better than the Obi-Wan. I mean, if I'm ranking this on an objective best, I think it would be like this. But I really like the Gingerbread Vader. That's probably my second favorite figure of the year. So yeah, that's it for this tier list. If you guys have some different opinions on my rankings, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow the Instagram. I'm going to be trying and posting on that more. I know I've been saying that, but I'm really going to try and do it now. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.